Mikel Arteta sends emotional message after death of former Arsenal forward, Billy Vigar. Former Arsenal forward Billy Vigar died following an injury suffered in a game playing for Chichester City against Wingate and Finchley, and Mikel Arteta has expressed his shock. Mikel Arteta sent his condolences to the family of former Arsenal youngster Billy Vigar, who died on Thursday. The 21-year-old passed away after suffering a significant brain injury during a match last weekend. Vigar played for the Gunners under 18 and under 21 sides before departing the club last summer for Hastings United on a free transfer. It was in a game for Chichester City that the striker suffered an injury after being widely reported to have collided with a concrete wall attempting to keep the ball in play. The young forward was taken to hospital and placed into an induced coma following the incident, and underwent surgery on Tuesday, but tragically passed away on Thursday. And Arteta has expressed his shock at discovering the news about Arsenal's former academy ace. Well, it's shocking news when I got it yesterday, obviously. So straight away thinking about the family and how difficult it is to go through something like this in a very unexpected way as well. And hopefully they will dig in and understand what happened, why it happened, and try to avoid these kind of things. But really sad news, and our full support with the family, and our thoughts with all the loved ones. Arsenal earlier paid their own tribute to Vigar. They wrote, "Everyone at Arsenal is devastated by the shocking news that former academy graduate Billy Vigar has passed away. All our thoughts are with his family and loved ones at this time. Rest in peace, Billy." In the aftermath of Vigar's death, calls have been made to launch an investigation. The PFA's chief executive, Maheta Malango, said in a statement, "It was vital to ensure opportunities to make grounds safer for players have not been missed. All footballers should expect to be safe when they go out to play or train, and to not be put at unnecessary and avoidable risk by factors beyond their control," he said. Dorking Wanderers owner Mark White has labelled the surroundings of many pitches as dangerous and called for action to be taken. "All clubs need FA to instruct an immediate inquiry into pitch surrounds," he said on X. "Many are dangerous, and players always have to be cautious given the proximity from the pitch. But some simply do not move and are lethal. These need removing immediately." Mikel Arteta handed brutal sack warning as major Arsenal issues spelled out. Arsenal already trail Liverpool by 5 points in the Premier League, and Mikel Arteta is under pressure to improve upon his series of runners-up finishes at the Emirates. Second place is not good enough for Arsenal this season, and Mikel Arteta's position could come into question without a trophy, according to Alan Shearer. The former Blackburn Rovers and Newcastle United striker believes Arteta is under pressure to deliver success this term. The Gunners have finished as Premier League runners-up 3 seasons in a row and failed to secure a trophy since they won the FA Cup during Arteta's first season in charge of the club. Without silverware, Shearer reckons that the Spaniard's job could be in jeopardy. The pressure placed upon Arteta has only increased due to the vast sums the North London side have spent in recent years. In the summer, Arsenal splashed out more than £250 million to land the likes of Victor Gyökeres, Martin Zubimendi and Eberechi Eze, among others. That is still well short of Liverpool's summer spending, as the Reds almost matched that fee by breaking the British transfer record twice to sign Florian Wirtz and Alexander Isak, and added Hugo Ekitike, Milos Kerkez and Jeremy Frimpong. Shearer does not believe Arteta will be afforded any grace in delivering success, however. Speaking to Betfair, he outlined the pressure the former midfielder is under. "It's harsh to say Arteta is not the man to take Arsenal forward," he said. "He knows the rules, as does everyone else, particularly when you spend that amount of money. They've spent a fortune in the summer, but I guess that only adds pressure on to say that you have to be successful this season. I don't think anyone would disagree with that, even Arteta himself. Second is no longer good enough for Arsenal. This team and this squad have to win big trophies, and we know what happens if that doesn't happen." Arsenal recorded a draw against Manchester City at the weekend in a boost to the title hopes of pace-setters Liverpool. But Shearer reckons there was some promise to take away from the stalemate. The draw was a great result for Liverpool already, with Arsenal getting the equaliser. They were much better in the second half. They were very cagey in the first half and didn't really go out and open up. Very rarely have you seen a Man City team be dominated in possession like that, and Pep takes his main centre forward off to try and soak up pressure and hit teams on the break. I know Pep came out and said about the number of games and tiredness and all those things, but you're not getting any sympathy from anyone if you're Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal or Chelsea, particularly with their squads and the money that's been spent. Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta fires back at Jamie Carragher over handbrake jibe. Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta was criticised for his approach against Manchester City at the weekend, but the Spaniard says he is one of the Premier League's most attacking managers. Mikel Arteta has laughed off accusations that he plays with the handbrake on and insisted his philosophy is the most attacking in English football. Sky pundits Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher both claimed Arsenal went safety first against Manchester City and applied the handbrake with his team selection and tactics. But ahead of Arsenal's trip to Port Vale in the Carabao Cup, Arteta went on a rant about how he has assembled a wealth of attacking talent, and even his keepers set out to attack. Arteta singled out the likes of keeper David Raya, defender Gabriel, and midfielder Mikel Merino as examples of being attack-minded players. The Gunners' boss said, "For sure, if you look at the players that we have, starting from the keeper, very attacking goalkeeper, the most attacking goalkeeper in the league by far. The centre-backs, the most attacking one. In one phase, the most attacking one. The two full-backs, you look at every stat, that's it. We mainly play with a player on the right-hand side attacking midfield. He played as a 9 last year. So how attacking that is, more than a 9 playing in midfield. I haven't seen it in the league. So I think we have a lot of attacking, different qualities of attacking players, some of them more talented in some areas than others, in relation to the game that we play. I think when you look at the winning record on this football club, the goals that we scored, the clean sheet that we had, the way we played against Manchester City, in the territory we played against Man City, I cannot waste that opportunity. And if the intention of those comments, which ones are the good ones, positive, to be better for us, not to be so good for us, it depends where the comment is coming from. That's when I can analyse it. So, how can you be dominant against such a team if you have, what was the word? Handbrake. Dominance and handbrake, they are two different words. But I accept everything. I will learn more to have a different vision. What is the intention? What is the purpose of that? Because I had a lot of messages to my phone. They could not believe what we did to Manchester City. People, coaches, managers, CEOs, presidents, so proud. I look at the players and the people around. I am much more filled and fueled with that than with other ones that didn't make it. Arteta will ring the changes at Port Vale with keeper Kepa Arrizabalaga set to start, and there may also be a chance for 15-year-old Max Daumann with Noni Madueke ruled out between 6 to 8 weeks. Arteta added, "Everybody loves Max. You just want to hug him, help him. He's such a nice boy as well, and he's very much liked by everybody here." Arsenal star Viktor GYÖKERES shares his true feelings after winning Ballon d'Or award. Viktor GYÖKERES was named the winner of the Gerd Müller Trophy at the Ballon d'Or ceremony in Paris on Monday, after scoring the most goals for club and country last season. Arsenal forward Viktor GYÖKERES has confessed it's an amazing sensation after claiming the Gerd Müller Trophy following a spectacular 2024/25 campaign. GYÖKERES, 27, secured the honour at the Ballon d'Or ceremony at the Théâtre du Châtelet in Paris on Monday after netting the most goals for club and country last season. The Sweden international bagged an extraordinary 63 times in 63 matches for former club Sporting CP in Sweden. Those strikes helped Sporting claim the Primeira Liga and Taça de Portugal, and saw him emerge as the leading marksman in the 2024/25 Nations League. Harry Kane and Kylian Mbappe shared last year's prize after hitting 52 each, whilst Erling Haaland claimed victory in 2023 with 56, and Robert Lewandowski triumphed in both 2021 and 2022. Now, GYÖKERES has carved his name into the record books alongside some of the finest strikers to have ever graced the game. He received the award on stage from Luis Figo, Ruud Gullit, and presenter Kate Scott.